The wonders of space and discovering how vast the entire universe is has always piqued an interest in man. And if there is anything history has shown mankind, it is that if there is a world to explore, man will explore it to the fullest. And if there is anything man has learned from the history of exploration, it's that there are a lot of places that are not safe for exploring. Outer space is not an exception. In fact, it seems like the vastness of space is built to be inhospitable to man. Has this ever deterred mankind from exploring? Well, you definitely know the answer. But since we as a race are just in our first step of colonizing the universe around us, we still know about planets by distant observations. Still, we've discovered planets that are much more dangerous to man within our galaxy. What are these terrifying planets? What makes them so dangerous? And how did scientists go about discovering them? Join us as we explore the most terrifying planets scientists have discovered in the Milky Way galaxy. Outer space is filled with a lot of planets, many of them undiscovered by man since our technology up until the last few years has been unable to detect planets far away. This would likely change as the James Webb Space Telescope has been giving quite impressive results since it captured its first images. But in our time of universal discovery, we have found certain planets whose danger levels are off the charts for mankind. Although it should be noted that currently, man cannot really go into space without extra protection, neither can we enter any discovered planet's atmosphere without ample preparation. The gift of science through astronomy and astrophysics has helped man better explore and understand space and planets outside of our solar system, planets we call exoplanets. In our search for exoplanets similar to Earth and proof of life out in the universe, we have found some truly scary and disturbing planets. But how did we make these discoveries, and how do we identify the features of these exoplanets? We use several methods to track down and study exoplanets, including radial velocity, planetary transit, astrometry method, gravitational microlensing, and pulsar timing. While all of these methods have varying degrees of success, they all follow different principles. We will not be going extensively into the technical definitions of these terms, but for the discovery of many planets so far, the planetary transit method has been quite effective. So what exactly is the planetary transit method? In this method, the observer, planet, and host star are approximately parallel. When the planet is located between the observer and the host star, it will block a portion of the star's light when it passes in front of the star. This obstruction will be reflected in the star's photometric measurements. This is known as a transit event. And if that's a bit too wordy for you, let's put it this way. Imagine you're able to detect an object in space, but you're not sure what exactly it is, but you know it's revolving around a star. The planetary transit method involves monitoring that object until it comes directly between your point of view and the star. You can observe the object's shape, mass, and other details during this period. So much can and has been learned about various planets using this method, including the planets on our list. Kepler 70b. Kepler 70b is one of two planets orbiting a subdwarf B star, Kepler 70. The other planet surrounding that star is Kepler 70c, and both planets revolve quite close to their star. Although discovered by the Kepler telescope, the exoplanets Kepler 70b and 70c were detected by the planet's reflection of starlight rather than their blockage. Kepler 70b is a planet of considerable interest, mostly due to its more severe circumstances. Kepler 70 was the main sequence star millions of years ago, but shortly before 18.4 million years ago, it entered its red giant phase, absorbing the two circling gas giants. Both planets survived in some way. When we take a first look at Kepler 70b, one thing we easily notice is its closeness to its host star. There is a zone known as the habitable zone around a star. This is the zone where the heat of the star cannot severely affect the planet negatively. But Kepler 70b resides closer to its star beyond the habitable zone, and as a result, it holds no life, at least not in the way we can recognize it. It is considered one of the scariest planets known to man, as it holds a record as one of the hottest exoplanets discovered today. Because the surface of Kepler 70b is heated to more than 7,000 Kelvin, it is far hotter than the surface of our own Sun. The orbital period of this exoplanet is 5.76 hours, which is exceedingly brief, second only to the exoplanet PSR 171914b. Due to its history and its involvement in its star's red giant phase, many scientists believe that Kepler 70b and its sister planet once had a form of atmosphere. It is even believed that they were once gas giants, but they were stripped to their cores, leaving them to their hot, bare surfaces. It appears that Kepler-70b's hot surface is maintained by its proximity to its star as well as its rapid movement around Kepler-70. If this is the case, the planet already has a hot surface. Overall, this is not a planet that any living person would ever want to visit, and in fact, there is no device that was created by humans that are capable of landing on this planet. HD 189733b. Astronomers in France made the discovery of this planet in the year 2005. Doppler spectroscopy was ultimately what led to the discovery of the planet. The Rossiter-McLaughlin effect, which was created by the planet passing in front of its star and being measured by real-time radial velocity measurements, was discovered before photometric observations proved that the planet was transiting. It is believed that the mass of the planet is 16% more than that of Jupiter. The planet completes a circle around its host star once every 2.2 days at a speed of 152.5 kilometers per second. Vulpecula is the constellation in which it can be found, and its distance from Earth is roughly 64.5 light-years. 2008 and 2011 saw the completion of two different study projects, both of which led to the discovery that the planet's color is a well-known blue. This finding was further validated in 2013. Two separate tests were used to provide independent evidence that the hue of the planet is blue. However, this is the extent of the similarities between the planet and Earth. Researchers believe that rain of molten glass may be the source of the atmosphere's bluish tint, which they say is a result of the color's origin. This world has extremely hazardous climatic conditions. Its wind may reach speeds of up to 5,400 miles per hour, 2 kilometers per second, which is 7 times the speed of sound. As a result, this planet does not provide any sort of safety or any other kind of appearance than the color blue that its atmosphere has. If you're able to make it through the winds, you will be rewarded with rainfall unlike any other. However, scientists have reason to believe that the rain on this planet is not made of water, but rather molten glass, and that the rain falls in a lateral direction. The cobalt blue color comes not from the reflection of a tropical ocean as on Earth, but rather a hazy, blowtorched atmosphere containing high clouds laced with silicate particles, NASA officials wrote in a statement. Proxima b. Exoplanet Proxima b, also known as Proxima Centauri b, is a planet that orbits in the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Proxima Centauri. It is sometimes known simply as Proxima b. The star, known as Proxima Centauri, is one of the 3 stars that make up the triple star system known as Alpha Centauri. It is the star that is closest to the Sun. It may be found in the constellation Centaurus and is situated approximately 4.2 light-years away from our home planet. Several clues point to the possibility that the planet Proxima b could support human life. Nevertheless, this is not the case. This planet is unable to change its tidal state. What exactly does it mean for a planet to have its tides trapped in place? This indicates that the planet does not rotate on its own axis, but rather remains fixed in one place, with day and night remaining in their usual positions on either side. The fact that this planet has 2 sides with drastically different climates contributes to its reputation as a dangerous place. Since there is a frozen world on one side of the globe and an extremely heated surface on the other, it may be said that any section of the planet isn't actually safe for man to live on. The ratio of water to gases on the planet is likewise very unusual. The atmosphere of Proxima Centauri b could have developed in one of 2 possible ways according to the findings of scientists. In the first, the planet's water could have condensed and the hydrogen could have been lost to space. In this case, the atmosphere of the planet would have only contained oxygen and/or carbon dioxide after the early history of the planet. It is plausible that Proxima Centauri b had an atmosphere composed of primordial hydrogen when it formed, or that it developed further away from its star, which would reduce the amount of water lost. Therefore, Proxima Centauri b may have maintained its water supply even after its early existence. If there is something that we can call an atmosphere, then it most certainly contains oxygen-containing gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Together with the star's magnetic activity, they would produce aurorae that may be seen from Earth if the planet possesses a magnetic field. Let us know what you think in the comments section below.